2024 to 2044 Biohacking Blueprint for the Age of Aquarius. That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. 明けましておめでとうございます。今年もよろしくお願いします。Happy New Year! Hi, my name is Hachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Bio-Hacking. Right, so finally, it is the new year. It is the 2024. Yeah, how has it been so far? Yeah, I hope this year will be a fantastic year for you. Right. So on the New Year's Day, I went jogging, fasting, or before that, actually went to the local shrine because every year on the New Year's Day, we gather at our local shrine and we have a special ceremony at 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, right. So I woke up early, and then after the ceremony at the shrine, I went jogging. Yeah. So I had a very smooth start this year. Then I went to a hot spring and sauna, a few days ago. So yeah, so far it's been a great start for me. Although there has been some problems in Japan. We had a big earthquake in Noto Peninsula in Japan, and the next day there was the accident at the Haneda airport and so on. So we had a kind of a severe start as a nation. Today, this is the first video of the 2024. So I'd like to talk about what you can do in terms of your biohacking and health and longevity in this year. But to talk about the 2024, we want to talk about the next 20-year cycle from 2024 to 2044. Yeah, because according to astrology, 20, there is going to be a new cycle, the 20-year sort of cycle from 2024 to 2044. Yeah, actually, this cycle sort of began last year. Yeah, but mostly from this year. Yeah, because yeah, the Pluto will be in Aquarius. Yeah, so on January 20th, 2024, the Pluto will be in Aquarius, and then it will stay there through September 1st this year, and then it comes out there once, and then goes back into Aquarius on November 19th, 2024, through all the way to March 8th, 2043. Then it comes out and again in August 31st, 2040 to 2043 to January 19th, 2044. Yeah. So it was in Aquarius briefly last year too, but it was a much shorter time. This year, the Pluto will stay in Aquarius for a longer time. So, in many ways, it is the beginning of the Pluto in Aquarius age, right? So what does it mean? Yeah. Okay. Before talking about what it means, I'd like to talk about how it matters to your biohacking life, right? So depending on your age, but in my case, I'll be 62 this year. So next 20-year cycle means from age 62 to age 82. So basically, I'm entering the senior age, the very critical time. Yeah. So every single day is a testing period, the testing of my health and youthfulness. Have I stayed young, this today, or have I stayed healthy, healthily today? Yeah. So I need to make sure that I'm healthy every day. I need to pay a lot more attention to my own health. Yeah, because around this age, you can develop all kind of diseases in any minute. I know a lot of people in my age who have developed cancer, diabetes, and lots of other diseases. So I need to be very careful. Yeah, in spite of the fact that I practice all those biohacking measures, still I am getting old. The fact that I'm getting old, so I'm much more vulnerable to diseases than when I was in my 50s or 40s. So this period is truly the testing time of biohacking. Yeah. If you're in your 40s or even in your 50s, when you talk about biohacking and longevity, still it's not realistic in a sense that you're not facing that reality, that your decay of your body, because you do lose a physical strength. I mean, I feel it. Yeah, it's different from 50s. Yeah, definitely. So therefore, how I maintain becomes a more like sort of survival factor than like a hobby. Yeah, in a way, if you're in your 40s and thing, you can make it like a hobby, sort of fun, and you're into biohacking. It's a new, hack. But now it's more like a survival act, really. So it is a critical period, right? Okay, therefore, I need to plan the next 20 years carefully. Yeah, of course, I'm going to plan this year, but to plan this year, I need to understand the kind of what kind of society we are like entering in the next 20 years, right? Okay. Now, but for some of you, you don't believe in astrology. You don't really give a damn about what astrology says about what is Pluto in Aquarius and Aquarian age. Oh, it doesn't concern me. Yeah, you can say that. And me too. I don't believe in it like fully. So I don't know if it's true. But if you look at the quality that this Pluto in Aquarius age will bring, yeah, you'll be surprised. Yeah, one is computer and technology. Aquarius energy is very much tied with IT, information technology, computer, AI, and the whole thing. And we have witnessed it already, the rise of AI. Last year, if you talk about 2023, all the talk was about AI. Yeah, chat GPT, BARD, everything. And then this is continuing. And this will continue for the next 20 years, at least for next 20 years and even longer. So now many people think we are shifting to the age of AI, which is the biggest shift, even in the field of IT. Many people say the shift to AI age is even bigger than the beginning of the internet age. We thought internet revolution was, great transition, but this AI thing will be even bigger, right? So regardless of where you live, or regardless of what age you are in, this is something that we cannot escape. We are facing this reality of technological centered society, right? So how to deal with it becomes a big issue for us. The next quality is spirituality. This is another Aquarian quality. So more and more spirituality becomes important, or spiritual element will be valued a lot. Yeah. Now, some of you probably believe in spirituality, and some of you probably don't. Yeah. Some of us believe in life after death, and some of us don't, right? But as we get old, as we age, ultimately we have to think about death, because we'll die eventually. Yeah. And then the time of death, is much closer now, yeah, than when you were 50s or 40s, because it's possible that we die next year, or we die, in the next 3 years. Yeah. Even though we practice, all those biohacking measures, it's possible that we might die by accident, by car accident, or we might die by natural disaster such as earthquake. It already happened. Many people died in the earthquake, yeah, on January 1st already. So, I mean, including some of the healthy people too. So we cannot, uh, we cannot protect our, life completely. We will eventually die at some point. And even though if we manage to escape from all the accident, eventually we'll die of sickness. Yeah. So that means more and more we wonder about what will happen when we die. Yeah. And then if you believe in spirituality of any, form, whether it is a Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, yeah, or Taoism, yeah, you want to kind of optimize your soul as well, right? I mean, not only the body. I mean, the biohacking is basically focusing on only the present life, yeah? How to stay healthy, how to not get old, yeah? How to kind of maintain your body, basically, and maybe possibly brain too, but not focusing on your soul. But to die beautifully, to die gracefully, we need to make our soul shine. We want to make our soul to be in the best condition when we die. Yeah. So more and more spiritual biohacking becomes critical. And at the age of Aquarius is also reinforcing the fact that society will shift uh, to to be more spiritual. Right. Okay. So let's look at the quality of the age of Aquarius, or it's not necessarily the age of Aquarius itself, but like the Pluto in Aquarius age. Yeah. Now, when we say the age of Aquarius, there are several different views or different interpretation. One interpretation is the next 2,000 years will be in the age of Aquarius. Yeah. Well, another interpretation is it's actually not the age of Aquarius, but age of air. Yeah. Next 200 years will be in the age of air, right? But this Pluto in Aquarius is just 20 years. It's a kind of short period compared to the first two. So today I'm just talking about the third one, the Pluto in Aquarius. Yeah. The quality of the Pluto in Aquarius age. So computer spirituality, those two I mentioned. And the third point is revolution. Yeah. Now, so the last time when the Pluto was in Aquarius was between 1777 and 1798. That's when the America became independent from Britain. So it was the American Revolution and French Revolution. Yeah. And before this period, the Pluto was in Aquarius in 1532 to 1553. That's when the reformation of the church occurred. Yeah. And the establishment of the Church of England began under the reign of the King Henry VIII. So it means the church, the Catholic Church, yeah, was in the power before that period. The church was even more powerful than monarchy, yeah. But so under the monarchy, another church was established. So this is a significant shift. Yeah, basically it signifies the power topples. Yeah, the power topples. Right. So the biggest power at that time was the Catholic Church. Yeah. So it was the beginning of the church's toppling. Right. And then if you look at the French Revolution, it was the monarchy which was overthrown. Yeah. So the people had a revolution to overthrow the monarchy. Yeah. So the Pluto in Aquarius seems to represent the power topples. So whoever is in the head of the power, whoever is in the head of the pyramid, yeah, is overthrown, is replaced, right? So what does it mean? What does it mean this time, from 2024 to 2044? Who is in the power? Or what, institution is in the power? Yeah, right. Okay, so in many ways, this is just like a revelation from the matrix that I talked about in one video, in some video before, yeah? So to become independent from the hierarchy, yeah, to kind of free the people's gaining power. So in the movie Matrix, it was those people who are in the matrix realizing the reality of the matrix and then they freed themselves, yeah, and then they went to Zion, right? But the whole thing was controlled by AI, wasn't it, right? So when you talk about the entity or the institution which was in the power was AI, yeah. So does it mean it is the AI that is in the power, or would it be AI that will represent the power? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's what many people were talking about last year, that eventually AI will take over humans and they will rule us, kind of thing. Yeah. So maybe that is possible, but um, I think AI is more kind of neutral thing, or AI itself doesn't have any agenda. Yeah. It is more like people with AI versus people with AI. So AI will help whoever asks for help, right? So of course, the people who are in the power will be using AI, yeah, more intensely in the future, and they will probably be able to control, the citizens with the power of AI. That is very likely. But also, general citizens will be using AI as well. And then they will become more skillful using AI to conduct whatever the task they're doing. So in fact, this is the unique things about the technology is that it kind of works both ways. Yeah, it gives the power for people, for the leaders to control the citizens, but it also gives the power for the people to resist that control too, right? So the shift is the centralization versus decentralization. So there's a force that is trying to create a centralization, but also there's a force against it. And then the force that is against it, a revolutionary force. And according to astrology, this uh, revolution is supported by the Pluto's energy, the Pluto's in Aquarius energy. Diversity is another element. This is more so in the age of air, but things will not be as simple. Yeah, as simple as centralization versus decentralization. No, so there's diverse element within this. So definitely there are some people or some institutions or some corporations, a government, so-called establishment who are trying to control the rest of the people. Yeah, too. But also there are many regular citizen, unconsciously creating that centralization too. Yeah, by doing what they want to do, by doing what they desire to do, they are creating this reality as well. So in fact, it could be there's no central leaders, but the masses are creating this phenomenon. And but also there are some leaders or some institutions who are trying to their agenda, their objective is to control, to centralize, but by the very act they conduct, they are actually creating decentralization. That's also possible. This is the unique things about reality, and that is how we often say that God works in mysterious ways. And so one action can manifest different realities. Yeah. So things will be diverse. We are living in a diverse reality, and each person experiences different reality depending on what you focus on too. Right. So you don't want to trap into this dualistic thinking, the good versus evil or the power versus, people type of mentality. There is definitely that element too, but there are other elements. You need to understand the holistic nature of the age and how to dance with the flow, how to dance with the wind, and how to flow in the stream, and the way how to surf in the wave to dance gracefully to manifest the reality you desire. Yeah, that's the skill critical for us. Okay, so now how to deal with the technology and spirituality then? Okay, in more like a realistic terms, what can we do as a senior citizen? As a sort of person, what can we do? What it has to do with our health and longevity. Yeah. Now, so to look at biohacking life, so how to deal with this technological advancement. Yeah. So we are already seeing this technological influence in our health and longevity field, right? So I talked about it before, but we have a different kind of biohacking. So those intermittent fasting, exercises, diet, sauna, cold plunge, sleep, those are more natural protocols. And these are something we have been doing throughout the centuries. Some of the methods are very old, such as fasting, right? And then plus we have some like a new sort of technological based or biotechnological based method, right? So things like DNA testing or microchip implant, those two will become more common in the future. In the next 20 years, I think more people will be, implanting microchip into their body, and then they're measuring their, physical condition constant, like every minute and so on. Yeah. So how to deal with that reality? Are we going to accept it? Are we going to resist it? Or are we going to utilize it? Yeah. So we don't know yet because we don't really know what microchip represent and what they will do. We need to really check and study each time when a new technology appears. Yeah. But one thing I have been saying is do those natural method a lot anyway to balance with the technological influence. Yeah. So whether you do all those is basically up to you, depending on the type, depending on who you are, it all changes. But regardless of what you do with those technological measures, you want to do a lot of natural measures to keep the balance, to be centered, to be grounded. Yeah. So, in other words, be wise instead of being smart. Okay, what does it mean? Well, being smart means being efficient, right? Being wise means being happy or being happy in a kind of holistic sense. So, we often think being efficient is better. Yeah. So if you want to be efficient, you always think of the best. You want to be faster, you want to be bigger, you want to be stronger, you want to be younger. But being happy doesn't always mean the best. Yeah. Sometimes being stronger doesn't mean you are happy. Yeah. Maybe being weaker can make you happier. Or being younger doesn't always mean you're happy. Yeah. Sometimes being older can make you feel happy. Yeah. Being faster doesn't always make you happy. Sometimes being slow can make you happy. Right. So be wise mean think of your happiness. Think of your happiness and your neighbor's happiness, your friend's happiness, and your society's happiness, not necessarily being efficient. Okay, so in other words, practice Ikigai biohacking instead of regular biohacking. Okay, so because Ikigai biohacking is wise biohacking rather than smart biohacking, it focuses on the well-being of body, mind, spirit, and the planet rather than optimization of just physical health. Right. And even for your daily technological usage, not necessarily your biohacking life, you can keep a balance. Yeah. Like, so I usually use a computer, right? So I embrace the technology. It's not like I'm avoiding technology or rejecting technology. I do use. I mean, that's why I make YouTube videos and I write blogs and I publish books on, Amazon's KDP. Yeah. But I don't use smartphone. So I kind of my own way make a choice. This technology is useful for me, but that technology I don't need. Yeah, I don't use it because I don't need it. Yeah, computer does the job well enough for me. Yeah, so you need to make a distinction between that something that is helping you and something that is not helping you. Yeah, therefore I have a lot of time, free time from technology. Yeah, I usually use computer only certain time, but not 24 hours a day. But some people who use a smartphone, they are controlled by the phone. They are constantly using the smartphone to check the SNN messages and so on, right? So it is important to digital fast. Yeah, to just, I don't know, fast from technology for certain hours every day, or fast from technology on the weekend, or something. So for details, I made a video called Intermittent Digital Fasting, Shizenha Biohacking. So please watch that. What about spirituality then? Yeah. So you want to spend a lot of time on meditation and things like that, some more spiritual activities. So biohacking has been focusing on your body, like physical health, how to stay young and healthy. And therefore, you kind of, do all those exercises, like physical exercises, things a lot. But more and more, spirituality becomes important. So you want to optimize your soul. You want to make your soul shine. So you need to engage in activities like meditation. Fasting is good because fasting can also support your meditation. Yeah, or breathing exercises and that kind of thing. Yeah, and when you do some physical exercises or physical like healing, body work type of thing, yeah, do Oriental method because they also work on your energy, like, meridians, lines of energy in your body and so on. That is not modern sports science deal with. Yeah. So modern sports science deals only with your muscles and bones and, but you also want to work on your energies. Yeah. If you want to evolve yourself more spiritually, it is critical to do stuff like yoga, tai chi, qigong, and receive shiatsu treatment, acupuncture, and that kind of thing. Yeah. And also, you want to live according to the circadian rhythm. Now, circadian rhythm itself is practiced a lot in the biohacking these days. I mean, people live according to the circadian rhythm, and that is to get up early in the morning and then do the morning sunlight exposure. That will set you with a circadian clock. Yeah, and then it is also better to exercise in the morning. Yeah, and it is better to to take a cold shower or cold plunge in the morning and then have sauna or hot bath at night. Yeah. So live according to the natural rhythm. That also means living with monthly rhythm. Yeah. Living with a lunar cycle. So pay attention to the movement of the moon, when the new moon is, when the full moon is. So every month, put the new moon and full moon date on your calendar and then plan for that. Maybe you can fast on the new moon and full moon, or you can change your exercise load depending on the moon. Yeah. For more details, I made another video called Unlock the Secret of the Moon for Optimal Health and Longevity. And the same thing is true with the circannual rhythms. Yeah, live according to the season. Yeah, you can do different activities in spring, summer, autumn, and winter. In summer, for example, you can exercise more, you can eat more, but in winter, you can exercise less and you can fast more. Yeah, right. So for more details, please watch my other video called Circadian Rhythms versus Circannual Rhythms for Health and Longevity. Now, many people talk about circadian rhythm, but I think I'm one of the few people who talk about circamonthly rhythm and circannual rhythms. Yeah, but this is a critical part of the Ikigai biohacking, and it is a critical part. It is a critical way to align yourself with the spiritual aspect of biohacking. All right. So how will we participate in a revolution then? Yeah, because revolution is another keyword in this, Pluto in Aquarius age. Yeah. But, like I am old and I am not interested in taking part in revolution. I'd rather spend my time quietly, with grandchildren and just peacefully at the home, right? But you don't need to do anything special to be in a revolution. Yeah. You don't need to, march on the street and anything like that. Yeah. In today's world, revolution is something much smaller and much simpler. And it is just like being the change you wish to see in the world, like what the Ganji said. So you practice your life and then you are showing you're showing your back to other people. You're leading by example. Just practice what you preach. Yeah. And then one thing you can do as a baby boomer, because we are baby boomers, right? We have so much influence as consumers. So we can be a green consumer, or we can, consume organic produce, local produce to change the food production system, because we are the baby boomers. We are powerful. By choosing the type of product we consume, we can change the business structure, because wherever there's a demand, there are always supplies. Yeah. If a large number of people demand one thing, there will be businesses which will supply it. Yeah. So we can change the society by becoming a wise consumer. Yeah. And also just spend more time in nature itself, just, doing gardening, or, going mountain hiking, or, swimming the lake or swimming the river, or spending some time in the forest. All those activities can influence society in a way, because you will influence people nearby, your friends, your family members, your neighbors, right? Now, this is precisely what I talked about in the book, that you can change your community. Yeah. To change the society is a, big task, but changing a small community in this case means your circle of influence, the, people you know. Yeah. One good example is having regular dinner parties with the Ikigai diet. Then you can introduce this lifestyle to people you know. Yeah, that can create a tremendous shift in society, right? And then finally, you want to live with Ikigai in the next 20 years. Because in order for you to continue this biohacking life for 20 years, you need to make it your Ikigai. Ikigai means something you feel you're motivated to get up in the morning. Yeah. Actually, Ikigai has two meanings. One is daily joys or pleasure that motivates you to live. So biohacking activity can be your ikigai if you enjoy doing it. Yeah. Therefore, it is critical to choose an activity that you can enjoy. Yeah. And the second meaning is life purpose or goal that defines who you are. It's more like your kind of soul mission, really. Yeah. For the first one, your daily joys or pleasures, yeah. So please do not work out for longevity if you want to increase your ikigai, unless you enjoy working out. Yeah. So because of, I don't know, many people who are into, exercises, or, like former athletes and people like that, somehow a lot of measures introduced in biohacking culture tend to be strict and hard. They give you like specific workout plan, specific strength training, specific low intensity cardio workout, high intensity cardio app, and how long you should do, and whether you need to include stretching and the balance workout and so on. But if you want to do all of those, I don't know how many hours it will take. You may need to work out 2 hours every day. Yeah, which unless you're really into working out, it becomes extremely hard. And I wonder how long you can continue doing it. Yeah, I bet maybe 3 months, 3 or 4 months. Yeah, but the average length or even less. I mean, for many people, they last only 1 month to do any hard exercise routine. So instead, just do something you enjoy doing. Maybe doing a sport is better in that sense. Yeah, like playing tennis. If you enjoy playing tennis, and then don't think about it's a workout. Don't think about how long you have to do, what muscle you need to train. Just play tennis as sort of fun activity. Yeah, it is still better if you do it regularly and if you continue to do it for many years. Yeah, my uncle who plays tennis, and he still plays tennis even he is over 90 years old because he enjoys it. It's not a working out for him. He enjoys playing tennis, and he has played tennis for 40, 50 years now. Yeah. Or you don't even need to do sport, because for some people sport is still working out, really, but you can just go for a walk. Walking is something simple, something everyone can do. You don't even need to go hiking. Just go walking on your neighborhood and just in the street. Yeah, that is okay as long as you walk, long enough. Yeah, and frequently enough. Yeah. Again, the key is Hara Hachibunme. Yeah, aiming 80% optimal, not 100% optimal. Yeah. Yeah. If you're talking about optimization, maybe walking isn't optimal or playing tennis isn't optimal compared to some of the measures that are presented by some biohacking gurus, right? But it is still okay. It is good enough for your health and longevity. You'll definitely live longer and healthier than the majority of the people who do not do any of those things. Yeah. So don't become perfectionist, and relax and enjoy your life, because this is the key to continue doing it for the next 20 years. Also, this 80% gives you a lot more freedom. Yeah. The 20% space gives you the freedom to choose activities for work, and it gives you the flexibility to develop other areas of your life, such as spirituality. Remember, you want to spend more time on spiritual activities, and then you need this 20% space to do it. But if you are trying to optimize your physical biohacking, you will not have any time left to work on your spirituality. Yeah. And then finally, the second meaning, like a life purpose, Ikigai as your life purpose, you want to find your life mission, your soul mission, something you feel you are born to do, something you feel your unique personality, your unique circumstance can contribute to this society, can contribute to the evolution of humanity. Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything big. It doesn't have to be your job. It can be something small, but something unique that only you can do. Yeah. Ultimately, finding that Ikigai is the key, because you just feel so motivated to get up in the morning and continue living. In my case, writing is. Yeah. If something that keeps me going is my writing. Yeah. Because of this, because this creativity, this creative act makes me, alive. This is the reason why I am living. Yeah. Finding such life mission is critical. Right. Okay. But to find your life mission isn't easy. So for details, please read my book, Ikigai Biohacking, Biohacking based on Japanese natural health. So I write about how to find your life mission and how to find your daily joy and pleasures, Ikigai, and many other things that I talked about today. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Again, my name is Hachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Bio-Hacking. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to my channel. And please leave your comment. Yeah, what did you think of this 20-year cycle, the Pluto in Aquarius age, right? And also, so I did not talk about any specific, activities today. I just gave you a basic guideline or, what kind of thing you want to pay attention to in the next 20 years. But to plan your biohacking life in 2024, you can kind of make it more specific, exactly what you'll be doing. So that's something I'll share with you in the next video. Yeah, so I'll see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai, and I hope this year will be a fantastic year for you.